Purification Ritual by Noah Clemons, written in the last quarter of 2022. A flat, soft breeze hisses through the grass. Kyle sits on his back porch, chest heaving, contemplating birds. Fragile, vital, and free. Any tree a home, any light feather a brother. The birds rode this breeze as any other. At 15, he feels he has little idea of true freedom. The ring of struggling grass and the tall fence wood seems somehow new. Remembrance and novel. Used to be one plank missing was enough for him to sprint and leap between unscathed. Some mini hero swooping in. A light, hollow-boned swallow hissing through branches. He couldn't whistle then. The whistle tweets aloft, and the ringing from inside both now some ways off in Kyle's mind, running this track. Round a year ago he busted the bottom of the plank beside. Got his final body splinter from squeezing surely. How long between the two memories? Uncertain. The novelty was a recognition. Things had been different, were different, now are different. As Kyle meditated the askew plank, it started to change. Not a true change, but movement enough to pull him fully conscious. A face beaming in cherubic ducks through. "Kai!" Huffing. "Thought you's coming in. She doing better and shit, yeah?" Heavy steps pressing soft warm blades. A chair, his chair beside Kyle, rattles like keys as he throws his whole weight down. "So?" Watching the sky change, slowly sucking a warm breath, Kyle fills his lungs. An almost voiceless, "So nothing," was all the reply necessary. Ty knew everything. Beneath the thought, denial cycles. He pops a cigarette up a high arc and places one in his own dry lips before Ty catches it. "She restin'." "All right." And Ty was satisfied. He watches a crumpled cigarette pack lob onto the yellow ground and coughs, a blunt hack. His job was to make Kyle smile today. Had been his goal the last week every day, always smoky. Surprise jokes call for a quick wit, and most folks, including Kyle, would call him dumbass. There's being a good friend, though. How long has he watched his mother decline? Uncertain. This last bout ain't been a month yet, I guess. Ringing the challenge. Experience of Kyle corresponding with times of the school year, circling. He ain't seen her in 2 weeks. "Damn, Robbie and Josh H. got busted today smoking." He cackled out the last word. "We was in there between 3rd and 4th, and I hit it a couple times. Turned around and started washing my hands. No shit. Just as my paws hit that water, here comes Walsh's ass with some other, like they know what's up." Uproariously now, sharing his near miss with his friend. "Power walking, bro." Laughing and driving it home. Got sent home, 3 days out, parents called, the whole shit. Still laughing. Hacking bellows trail off. Avian opera continues. "Let's hit the store before it gets too dark. I'm out of smokes." Kyle rises, movements as expressionless as the reverberations, more resonant with a cricket's chirp to Ty's ear. "Crazy fools," singing somewhere. What pushes through the vocal cords is muted and unlearned, the high hum when one can't whistle. Pretending. Shooting a glance back at the door, he steps forward. "Got ratted out." "Ain't that the truth?" Ty sighs relief and disappointment, unhurriedly standing. It was Kyle doing circles now, a meandering path to the fence opening. "Strike one for me, I guess," and Ty chuckles to himself because he knows he can never strike out. Observing his confines, or feeling trapped, since he thought of it's probably not the case. Halfway across the yard, he sees Kai, approach the fence without slowing, grab one loose plank and pull up and twist. Rip cracking free, all three daily wiggled nails, and yet one holds. Grunting, Kyle turns the plank back, and when the nail gives, heavy wood slips and slides his grip. The horror of the deep, gnarly splinter and the falling, crushing tree embodied as he rips his hands ferociously free, leaping back. Looks like it hurt like hell. Damn, Kai, are you cool? Hands aflame, sight submerged, the plank now rides a verdant tide. Low moans and slow spins cycle as Kyle claws shards from inner knuckles becoming wet, fire dripping. Skin webs shredded by terrible picks, needles. He could howl but will not, and stops once he can ball a fist. The opening seems smoky, flowing across lenses, swimming. Mental fury scorching outward, electric boil. The air perfumed metallic becomes breath, permeating violent filter, light stepping, he gains speed, foot taps the former door and leaps. Uncountable executions informing adrenaline amped vessels. A glide perfected, buoyant and slicing, he leaves his home behind. Two shook steps, a drag and a flick, and Ty watches Kyle spring back at the fence, awash in too clear summer twilight. Gotta be pissed. He heard me before? I could have helped him heaving lumber. Respect and some wonder at the fleet-footed spring and fine black wisps flowing from tucked arms, themselves in shadow. Kai! A narrow pass, an unwritten number. One moment here, next there. Behind their houses, the gray yawning alley receives Kyle. Sunset flicks out in a sweeping gust. Airborne, he again senses newness. Try and push as far as you can, fast as you can. Try and die. Tendril and bush teem the far side of the dry earth. The ever-present wild seems to reach as he lands heavy on haunches, blood beating in the dirt beside. Meeker creatures ruffle and retreat. Some changes are then always. This new was a feeling struck as Ty shouted. He was afraid, and I am not. The pain-pulsing fists project a cage of fearful warnings, gossamer, sublimated in this first flight. That was badass, bro. Ty pants and hops the opening. Porch light and stars revealing black drops and dust. He tracks on. Damn, you really bleeding, man. Ain't gonna kill me. Ty snipes back, a mantra. I guess you're right there, Ty smirks. A washed out stretch of paces and feral noises. He hunts a soft pack. You want a menthol? Popping a crimson claw, reaches back and an affirmative hum catches in his friend's throat. Lights one and handing it off. Damn, bro. Told you I'm cool. Kyle hesitates and glances back. Ty slides alongside. I know. You cool. Passing a deplorable backyard, a flash. Them three brothers, dumb as rocks, always around. Man, Lil Sean told me Jay was up there making out with Rach for an hour the other day. A giggle already. A thick plume responds. He come home and shit, you know. Then Sean said, laughing fully now, says he opened the door to him beating off. He'd choked up and with monstrous pressure. With Old Spice, hooting hard and loud, passing his friend, another back porch light blinks on. Backpedaling to see eyes of soft silver, again shock. He looking up, ahead, but he's okay and I already started this shit. I mean, soft, sure, but you know that shit had to burn like hell. And he let go, waves over Kyle, concealed creatures, shitty decks. Shapeless and serpent flexing. Ty trails off and relentless nature resumes the summer soundtrack. even if I tell him. Laugh it up, kid. The boy-hued blur stupidly stops. What you mean, kid? It's funny enough, all right. A couple of scoffing, breathy barks. Then, I mean, you looking for some lotion, bro, and all you got some speed stick? Hopeful stares into a sheen mirror mask. Salt dick, tell me that ain't funny. Pressed lips slowly spit in exhalation as arms push outward. I'll tell you. It's easy to laugh, a giving up and a giving in to laugh. Duck diving away, the monotone payload empty and essential. You don't know shit, even what you think you know. Turns his wings back, a bomber closing in. Try this, kid. She gonna keep fighting on, ain't she? Wants to, even. A continuously dark palm crosses overhead, Ty, the surreal splash phasing forwards. He leans in mid-revolution, a cold whisper. And she never, ever will lose that fight. Yeah, she got to, bro. A rough palm strike. The reflexive whimper calls a growl from the pitch. Folks don't fight forever. Kyle facing back, both stop. Ain't gonna keep on fighting and everything just stay. Damn, bro, here, have this pack. Let's go back. The face indecipherable Ty cries. Done gave up that fight already, and I'm heading to the corner. Dust and limbs with low underscore seem a breathy, echoing word. Hard. Her fortune card stuck on the fridge. Hard, yeah. I seen what we gotta do, go through. Ty chokes. Sorry. Shakes his head. And I don't know, except it ain't fair. Ain't fair for folks, but you. Darkness strains out over the colorless ground behind Kyle. Steadily emerging moonlight on matted fur, hind leg dragging as a broken sword. Yeah? Kyle steps to Ty. Cry 'cause it ain't fair. Say it's the way it is and it don't matter. Arms and fists pumping. I don't care. I'm gonna live. No! Shouts Ty and embraces, struck by the low, cycling growl. Dog, bro. Messed up. Too close. Whispers the words as Kai takes off. Twisting, spurning, Kyle scarcely sees the jaws. Half a pace, blustering animal armament locks onto a scabbed wing. Without thought, without fear, to kill and to live have their instruments and platform. Brute grinding forearm flesh, momentum bringing the dog around. Wrecked limb, odd angle following, he bears down. A snap as the minced arm pins crazy eyes, he throws a leg over, mounting. Opening his mouth wide to the adversary, guttural, clenching barks meet an unrelenting yell. Kai, shaking, sidesteps to a fence, hollers, hey, and hears nothing of his voice. Salty drops sprinkle a soaked snout, both brawlers a raw, fiery hurricane. Kai's got him, though. He flinches at the pop of a viced forearm and battle cries of all self-annihilation fill the world. Pushing to the numb, continuously cracking appendage, Kyle throws his whole weight into rhythmic elbows. Live, live, live. Matted fur softening, elbow connects with fixed earth. Got you. Gurgling growls, canine esophagus crushes. Strong for you. The mongrel melts in a sucking breeze, draining as nature receives its own. Easing the deformed arm from slackened jaws, shadow explodes red and blue. Kyle rises from the ashes. Sorry. Staring. A hand on his shoulder. Ain't liable, bro. Fire burn, water flow, and we hurt.